The sixth installment of the GTA series, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, was released in 2002 and remains one of the most games in the franchise. The game is still praised for its plot to this day, but its ending left a multitude of possibilities open. With the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 likely taking place in the same setting of Vice City, based on leaked gameplay from last year, Rockstar Games' newest title is the perfect opportunity to address these loose ends. Grand Theft Auto Vice City's protagonist is Tommy Vercetti, a former mafia member who had just been released from prison before he was sent to Vice City by his boss Sonny Forelli to oversee a drug deal gone wrong, which kickstarts the events of the game. The ambush of Tommy's deal brought him down a violent and treacherous path that eventually led to him being betrayed by and seizing power from several of his criminal associates until he became the crime kingpin of the city at the end of the game. While he's been referenced since, this was the last time Tommy Vercetti was ever seen by players and his current status is unknown. The biggest question regarding modern Vice City is whether Tommy Vercetti is still in power, and how this power and the passage of time may have changed him. The most important aspect to keep in mind about the connections between Grand Theft Auto, Vice City and GTA 6 is the simple fact that nearly 40 years have passed in the GTA series piece-driven timeline between these games. This means that if Tommy Vercetti were to make an appearance in GTA 6, he would be an elderly man in his 60s or 70s, a far cry from his athletic appearance as a 35-year-old man in 1986. Rumors suggest that GTA 6 will feature two young protagonists, a female and a male named Lucia and Jason, who are on the run from authorities after a string of heists in a modern setting, this adventure having a totally different tone from Tommy Vercetti's retro, betrayed ex-mobster story. With Tommy Vercetti possibly remaining as the aged mob boss of GTA's Forelli crime family, the story of GTA 6 could see its protagonists coming in contact with Tommy as either his subordinates completing jobs or even his new enemies. It's no secret that the mafia has waned in power and influence during the 21st century, so if Tommy is still around, the story of GTA 6 could see him losing his grip on the city, assuming he hasn't lost it already. It's easy to imagine the young and brash Lucia and Jason taking down a weakened mob force that is unable to survive in the modern era of RICO trials and reckless unorganized gangster culture, and possibly even killing Tommy Vercetti himself. It wouldn't be the first time a new GTA protagonist took out a past playable character, as GTA 5's Trevor Phillips infamously, and controversially, killed a dishonored Johnny Klebitz of GTA 4 Lost and the Damned fame at the beginning of GTA 5 in a brutal example of passing the torch. It's hard to imagine an old-school guy like Tommy Vercetti approving of female protagonist Lucia's status as a hardened criminal. After all, the follow-up to Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, continued the stories of the fan-favorite goofballs Ken Rosenberg, Paul, and Macaron, and eventually gave them a happy ending in the GTA music scene. Considering their history of misfortune in the series, however, it wouldn't be surprising to see them pop back up in Vice City as elderly men, down on their luck once again and possibly providing comic relief to GTA 6 young protagonists. While Tommy Vercetti and any of his supporting cast would appear as senior citizens in the modern timeline, it's hard to ignore some of the narrative subversions and parallels that connect the two games, both taking place in a satirical pastiche of Miami. With even deceased characters like Lance Vance having a potential impact on the future of his city, it can be expected that some sort of answers to questions left in the now 20-plus-year-old Grand Theft Auto Vice City will come to light. While players would probably love to take missions from Tommy Vercetti, they can also always count on Rockstar to create an unpredictable and intense narrative that will be remembered for decades to come.